Most YouTubers will never make it. In fact, the odds are completely stacked against you because there's over 115 million channels on YouTube, but over 90% of them never hit 1,000 subscribers. And what's even crazier is you only have less than a 6% chance of hitting monetization, a 0.6% chance of getting a silver play button, and a 0.05% chance of hitting 1 million subscribers. So if your channel isn't growing, don't beat yourself up because you're not alone. And in this video, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you improve your odds. Let's get into it. Now, most people quit YouTube because when they start a new channel, they have these expectations. Number one, oh, I'll upload a few videos and one will go viral. Or number two, once I hit 4,000 watch hours, the money will just roll in. And number three, if my first video flops, maybe the next one will blow up. But these expectations are completely wrong. And the reality is that most creators will upload like 5 videos, but get under 50 views on each of them, and then just give up because they think it's too hard or they're just not good enough. But YouTube is just like any other skill. At the beginning, it's going to feel really slow and unrewarding, and it will feel like you're not getting anywhere. But just like any other skill, if you practice enough through repetition and actually apply the right knowledge, literally anybody can be good at it, whether you're a natural or not. So before I share the 9 core principles with you that will help you master the skill of YouTube, I actually need to address something very important first. And this is the rise of the growth hack trap. Now, the growth hack trap is when your channel doesn't grow and you kind of do what everyone else does. You search and watch things like how to get more views, how to get more subscribers, how to get monetized fast, like those kind of videos. And YouTube is full of YouTube growth gurus promising you all of these different tips and tricks and algorithm hacks and YouTube secrets. But the big problem here is watching those videos might feel like progress, but unless you actually apply what you learn, you're just stuck in an endless loop. And sometimes it ends up trapping you. Because finding YouTube growth videos and searching for new hacks are like little dopamine hits. And sometimes a lot of people get way too comfortable with looking for the next big trick instead of actually doing the hard work in the first place. So if you're in this trap, how do you break out of it? Well, firstly, you need to balance learning with action. For every YouTube growth video you watch, apply at least one thing you learned in your next upload. No exceptions. And secondly, when you do watch these videos like this one right now, you need to filter out the advice with 3 quick questions. Number 1, can I apply this today? Number 2, will it directly improve my content? And number 3, does it even fit my niche? If not, skip the video, watch something else. And thirdly, focus on the fundamentals. Forget hacks and tips and tricks. Instant growth comes from 4 things: better titles, better thumbnails, a strong first 30 seconds, and consistent uploads. And finally, just set limits. Watch no more than like 1 or 2 YouTube growth videos per week. The rest of your time needs to be spent creating, uploading, and practicing. When you do this, you stop being a passive learner, and instead you become an active experimenter. But now let's talk about the 9 core principles that separate the 99% of people that quit versus the 1% of people that actually grow. And these are the fundamentals that every successful creator follows, whether they realize it or not. So first up, you need to set the right expectations. And this is so important because most people come in thinking YouTube is a quick and easy way to get rich. They see a big monetized channel and assume the money YouTube pays you will be life-changing straight away. But here's the reality. Until your videos are getting tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of views consistently like every week, the money YouTube pays you will be tiny. So instead of chasing money early, focus on the small wins. Things like your first comment, your first 100 subscribers, your first video of 1,000 views, or your first video that outperforms the rest of them. These are the real milestones that keep you motivated, because if your expectations are too high, you'll just crash and burn out and fail. But if they're actually realistic, you'll stay long enough to see real growth. Principle 2, don't quit too early. Most creators quit within their first 5 uploads, but that's nowhere near enough time to learn. Here's the truth. You need to commit to at least 100 uploads before you even start judging your success. Like, look at Mr. Beast. He uploaded 100 videos before he even touched 1,000 subscribers. Now he's the biggest YouTuber on the planet. And those so-called channels that blow up overnight, well, 9 times out of 10, they're not just luck. Instead, the creators of those channels actually made hundreds of videos on other channels before that nobody had even seen. So if you're still under 100 uploads, you're not failing. You're just in the process of learning. Principle 3 is to post YouTube shorts, but just post them smartly. Now, we know that shorts are one of the best tools YouTube has given small creators in years. But here's a mistake. Too many people treat shorts like TikToks. They'll upload random trends, memes, or unrelated content just to chase quick views. But that approach doesn't help you grow a YouTube channel. In fact, it's probably going to do the opposite, as it's actually going to confuse your audience and it's going to confuse the algorithm. So instead of taking the same TikTok approach, your shorts should always support your long form content. Think of shorts like the front door to your channel, and they should always cover the same niche, the same topics, and ideally point people towards your long form videos. For example, if you run a personal finance channel, don't upload a random football meme as a short. What you need to do is upload a 30-second clip explaining how to save money on groceries, then link that short to a full video on personal growth or investing. Shorts should be used to create awareness, and then use long form to build real connections and a big audience. When both like shorts and long formats work together, that's when you start turning casual viewers into loyal subscribers. And to make this whole process much easier, you could just clip up your long form videos directly into shorts by using a smart AI tool like Nexus Clips. Because like I said, having shorts directly related to your long form videos is the best way to grow your channel. So when you post out a new video, go and upload it to Nexus Clips. Get the AI tool to clip it up into 5 different shorts from that one video automatically. Then upload these shorts straight away to YouTube and link them all to your new video. That way, you've just posted like 5 bits of content all from one long form video. And that's 5 different options for getting more views. Link for that tool is in the description below. Then principle 4 is simple. Apply what you learn, but just make sure you're learning from the right people. Because I know it's easy to binge watch endless tutorials on things like thumbnails, hooks, or like algorithms. But you just need to ask yourself, did you actually apply the last thing you learned? Even like a 1% improvement per video adds up. Over 100 uploads, that's 100% better overall, or even more if you factor in compounded growth. But here's a catch. Not all advice is worth applying. YouTube is full of bad information. And any YouTube growth guru can say things like, oh, change this one setting and you'll go viral. Or, oh, post at 3 p.m. sharp and the algorithm will love you. Or worse, go and buy some subscribers and buy some watch time. Like, that stuff is not growth. That's a total waste of time. And in some cases, it can even get your channel banned. So just stay away from it. So here's a rule. Only apply advice that's transparent, backed up by proof, and relevant to your niche. If someone shows you their analytics or case studies or real life examples, that's good. They're the ones that are worth listening to. Then principle 5. Stop trying to be unique, at least at the start. Now, every new creator thinks like, I need to reinvent YouTube. I need a brand new format or my channel will never stand out. But here's the truth. When you're starting out, you don't have enough data to know if your unique ideas are actually going to work or not. That's why it's much smarter to copy proven formats first. So what I say is study the biggest channels in your niche. Look at their titles, their thumbnails, and their editing style. Find the patterns that are working, then follow them. Like Mr. Beast didn't invent crazy challenges. He just scaled what other people were doing already. So just learn the rules and then break them later. Principle 6 is defining your niche. Obviously, guys, you've probably heard a lot of us talk about your niche before, but look, if your channel is a mix of different niches, like gaming one week, fitness the next, and then cooking after that, you're confusing both the algorithm and your potential audience. So what you need to do is start narrow. Solve one problem for one type of person first. For example, you could do like budget travel tips for students or productivity hacks for entrepreneurs. And once you've built authority in one area, then you can expand into similar related topics. But without a clear niche at the start, you'll struggle to build any momentum. Then principle 7 is the 80-20 rule. On YouTube, and pretty much with any success in life actually, 80% of your results come from only 20% of your effort. And that 20% of your effort is always the same. On YouTube, it's your idea, your title, your thumbnail, and your hook. Everything else is just a bonus. Because just think about it. If nobody clicks on your video, or if they do click but then leave within the first 30 seconds, it doesn't matter how good the rest of the video is because they're not going to see it. So you need to spend most of your time and your energy on your packaging, which is your title, your thumbnail, and your hook. You need to brainstorm at least 10 different titles before picking one. Test multiple different thumbnail designs and script your intro and your hook so it locks people in. The edit matters, of course, but the packaging, which is the 20%, is what gets you the clicks in the first place. Improve that 20% and you'll see your results improve instantly, I promise you. Principle 8, stay consistent. Now, we know the algorithm loves consistency, but more importantly, you need to love it as well. Because every single video you ever post is practice. Every video you post provides you with data. And consistency is the only way you'll improve fast enough to compete with everyone else in your niche. Now, when I say consistency, I don't mean just uploading daily. I mean actually setting a cadence you can stick to for months and months and months. Whether you want to upload a video weekly or even bi-weekly, it doesn't matter. It only matters if you can sustain it over the long run. If you end up just like disappearing and not posting for weeks at a time, you'll break that habit and your audience will end up forgetting about you. So always stay consistent. YouTube and your audience will reward you for it. And finally, principle 9, be willing to pivot. Now, sometimes the reason you're not growing isn't because of you, it's because of the chosen niche. Maybe the niche you chose was too competitive, maybe the potential audience was too small, or maybe you've just lost passion for that particular topic. Well, look, that's okay, because all of the top creators have done this too. Most of the ones you see today didn't start in the same niche they ended up in. Ali Abdaal is a perfect example of this. People like him experimented, they pivoted, and then they naturally found where their skills and their audience perfectly matched up. Now, give one niche at least 6 to 12 months of consistent effort. But if you see no traction after dozens of uploads and after 6 months have gone past, don't be afraid to try something new. Sometimes a slight pivot into a new direction or a new niche is what actually can unlock your growth. Now, if you want to take your YouTube channel further, my YouTube Wealth Academy and my YouTube Accelerator courses are linked below. Or if you're not yet ready to invest in yourself, watch this video that comes up here because YouTube thinks you'll love it. I'll see you in there.